Stock Market Weekly Update, where I share my personal opinion and analysis of what's happening in the investing world. If you want exclusive investing related contents in the Philippine stock market, check the pinned comment. Meron din akong Facebook page for some investing insight. Pwede niyong i-follow. So ang team natin for last week is bargain hunting amidst geopolitical turbulence. So first, commodity check muna tayo. Gold 4.6. Rebound. Crude oil 100 plus. Grabe. Ayan grabe, nagpaparabolic 111. Mas mataas na siya kaysa Brent, no? Lupit niyan. Wala na, inflation na talaga yan. And potentially interest rate hike. So ang coal, di pa siya gaano nagpaparamdam, pero eventually I think possible na sumunod yan. Baka i-break niya yung 150 eventually, and we'll see. Tutuloy-tuloy siya from that price. So I think magiging weak pa rin ang global markets in the coming weeks. Wala lang naniniwala sa negotiation ni Donald Trump. So weekly market summary, resilience amid global headwinds. Short-term but significant week for the Philippine stock market. Notable, hindi nga nag-rebound Ang rebound mahina pa rin siya, no? So, nag-start daw siya 5.8 and then nag-rally ng konti, close to 6,000. Wala, mahina, no? Feeling ko tutuloy-tuloy pa yan. Even lower than COVID lows kung ganyan lang na 100 plus, yung crude oil paparabolic. Key factors driving the market this week include the government's active pursuit of diplomatic talks, safe passage of Philippine-bound vessel, a crucial move given that nearly 98% of our oil imports. Pero no? May tawag nito. May mga nababasa akong post, no? Iba yung diplomatic or yung nasa headline, iba yung situation on the ground. Iba yung mga sinasabi nung nasa ground mismo. Well, I'm not sure yung totoo doon. Despite global fears of a widening conflict, bargain hunters step in to pick up some oversold blue chips. Wala nga Wala ngang sumasalo. Wala, no? Kita nyo yan, no? Yung kanina. 111. Wala yan. Sell na naman yan next week. So, eto yung iba't ibang indices na tinatrack ko. PSI on the red, US on the red. Emerging, nag-rebound. International, nag-rebound. Southeast Asia, malakas pa rin. However, pag iwanan yung Pilipinas, total world on the red. And my personal dividend retirement portfolio, positive pa rin. Okay? So, doon ako sa mga blue chips. Key stories. DMC. Potential call. Yan? Just a matter of time. Ang risk na lang ngayon sa DMC tsaka SCC is whether sila yung makuha nung call contract. Kung makuha nila yun, I think, ayun na, risk on na yan. For most investors, baka doon na pagpipitikin to. Kasi I think, kung ganyan lang yung crude oil, susunod na dyan yung call price. SMPH, 6 billion, redevelopment, domestic retail recovery. So, malas pa rin yan mga retails. BDO, credit growth. So, tapos na yung first quarter. We'll see paano, or nandun pa rin yung momentum ng mga banking sector. Kung si BDO, pati si BPI, mag-report ng single digit, no? Or lower than, mid-single digit na growth, sell down to. GT Cap. From its real estate investment strategies to capture growth in luxury. Wala na. High interest rate tapos mahal gasolina. Tapos bibili ng Toyota ngayon. So, ang COVID lows nito, dito pa mukhang babalik siya dyan Kasi matatamaan lahat ng segment niya except for MBT, no? Metrobank. Meralco, defensive. Siyempre mga utilities, defensive mga yan. So sila yung medyo kinakapitan mo during times of uncertainty. Metrobank, buy rating daw on strong balance sheet. Siya may pinakamagandang balance sheet compared to or sa lahat ng nasa main index na bangko. However, no? Bagal yung growth niya. So, nag-correct na to ng malalim. So, kapag sinell down pa to, mas naging attractive yung kanyang dividend yield. SMC, potential synergies from their energy. Wala. Nala yung utang niya. Ali, na umiyak ngayon dito, no? So, ginawan ko to ng analysis early ng 2020, sabi ko, possible tong mga lahat At babasa ko ng comment doon on my video, sabi niya, nagsasabi nito. Daming maganda sa Ali, ganon. Imposibleng mag-correct yan. So, ayan, correct na siya. Sabi ko sa video na yun, potentially, pwede siyang mga lahati. Assuming, ipinantay yung kanyang multiple kay Mega World tsaka RLC. Dalawa ding property sector na nasa main index dati nalaglag nung tinanggalan sila ng premium multiple. So, it could be the same case with Ali this year. Pag nangyari yun, dahil mag-iyakan dyan, no? Especially daming nagre-recommend dyan na analyst beginning ng 2026. JFC, store expansion to offset local margin pressure. Wala na, tapos na yung growth story ni Jollibee. Papunta na to sa kanyang stagnant phase, no? Ba't iba yung na-open ko? Eto, JFC. So, masusurprise, babalik to sa kanyang COVID low, no? Ayan, no? 100 plus. Nako po. So, Pure Gold, nag-report ng earnings recently. Okay naman. And I believe nagtaas siya ng konti sa kanyang dividend. And yung weakness ng kanyang stock price ng fourth quarter, kasi baka maapektuhan kanyang SNR business. Well, it seems hindi yata, no? Seems malakas, resilient. Ito yung 2025, no? Ito pala, emergency. Pero mas mataas yan. Kayo na bahala tumingin. So, P-Gold, ayan, resilient na rin siya and potentially ba mag-rally. Na doon na sa mga mid-cap and small-cap case stories. Sierra Eat, top pick for the Singing Green Energy exposure. Tas ng dividend, kapiranggot lang. Double Dragon. Magre-raise na naman ng malaking capital. Parang hindi nga nag-materialize gaano yung kanyang no? Kaya City Mall, parang stagnant yung growth ng City Mall niya. Ngayon, gumagawa na naman sila ng ibang narrative and this time, global expansion ng kanilang Hotel 101 na I doubt talaga na magmamaterialize yun. Okay. Next is Wilcon. So Wilcon, naging peak siya ng madaming analyst kasi karon siya ng signs of rebound or recovery sa kanyang third quarter. Ito. However, nagtapos siya ng 2025. Ayun, no? Di ba? 2.5, 2.4. Wala, no? Wala. Mas lalo na ngayon, maapektuhan yan, no? On these kinds of environment. And again, Wilcon, hindi na ako magtataka kung i-sell down to below the IPO level this year. Next is Keeper. Ano siya, no? Flattish. Humina siya sa kanyang fourth quarter, maybe due to yung value ng USD umakyat. Kasi nga importer yan eh. 5 Web, wala yan. Dahil maipit dyan eventually. APX. So nagre-rebound yung mga gold or nag-rebound yung gold, so yung mga gold stock nagre-rebound na naman daw. Ang tanong, continue bang magre-rebound yung gold na yan? House. Di ba nag-delist na to or magde-delist na? So wala na yan, no? PXP. Regarding West Philippines Sea, tayo nang maipit dito, no? Ginawan to ng, or nagawa ng headline yun eh. May pag-usap daw ang Pilipinas sa sa tawag nito, sa Chinese. Ayun yung mga ganyang spike niya. Mga speculation yan eh. Yung mga ganyang speculation, yung mga retail, hindi yan basta-basta papasok. Papasok yan, malapit na sa tuktok. Kaya madami dyan naiipit. Okay. So, RAC. Increase interest for its premium township project. Other one na nasa property sector. Kumusta yung kanyang stock price? Yung the downtrend, LBC, steady remittances. I think na-disrupt na yung business na yan, no? So, global and regional market pulse, high anxiety, Middle East conflict, oil, wala na. No? Kita nyo kanina, paparabolic yung oil price. Wala na yan. Sell naman yan next week. Disruption through the Strait of Hormuz. US market. Trump's tough stance. Donald Trump. Bumoto kasi dyan. Regionally, Asian stock markets are experiencing a moderate rally except for the Philippines. BBM, anong gagawin mo? Ganon. So, supported by bargain hunting investors. Blah, blah, blah. So, forecast for next week, consolidation, wala, no? Di isa-sell down to? Feeling ko sa ganyang nagparabolic yung crude oil sa this weekend, isa-sell down to. So, focus on energy and logistic, essential goods will likely remain the most active. Siyempre, madidisrupt lahat yan, no? Mga logistics na yan. Peso dollar monitoring, mahal yung crude oil, wala, mahina yan, no? Peso. Why? Sakit sa ulo ni yan, no? BBM talaga, anong gagawin natin noon. Anyways, ayun lang muna. So, tapos na yung first quarter. In the coming weeks, baka may mga magpe-press release na dyan. So, pumitik yung crude oil for the weekend. So, I expect sell na naman to in the coming days and baka puntahan niya tong COVID lows.